Hi everyone, I see people are finding me. We'll wait a few more minutes. I see Joanne is with us, and Patsy's with us, and Connie Richards. Bring this down just a little bit. Hi Ronnie. We got about 2 more minutes according to my clock. Hi Sharon. All right. Let's see. I got 6:58 here, so 2 more minutes. I thought I'd try to get on a little bit earlier. Sometimes there's issues. All right. It's Nancy St. Pierre and Patsy. Welcome, welcome. Yes, it was gorgeous today here in Maine, Patsy. About almost 60 degrees, I think my thermometer said, 59. All right, 1 more minute to go. Excuse me. Awesome, Sharon. Okay. All right, almost there. And it is okay. All right, so we'll get started. Welcome, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. I see that Nancy St. Pierre's here, and Sharon, and Connie, and Ronnie, and Patsy, Joanne. Hopefully I haven't missed anybody. Okay, so this is the host code. We only have a few more days. Celebration will be over, as well as this code. So if you want something, I am finishing up an order tomorrow. I can certainly add it to that if you're local. Just send me a private message. So tonight is mystery night. I did not tell you what I would be doing. I think you all know my name is Corinne Sandin. I'm a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I've been doing it for quite a few years. One of my favorite types of cards to do is black and white. And my second favorite type is, now the two ladies that were here today don't guess, but everybody else want to take a quick shot at what my second type of favorite card is? I see Connie has joined us. Welcome, Connie. Nobody wants to take a stab at it? Punches. That's right, Patsy. So I'm going to make a couple of really cute punch-out cards for you tonight. So the first one I'm going to do is to get you ready for St. Patrick's Day. My oldest son, whose name is Wayne, has 2 boys, and my oldest grandson named Costello just loves my cards, especially the punch out. And his dad is kind of a drawing artist type, and he does a lot of cartoon characters. So with a little bit of brainstorming, this is what I came up with. Costello wears glasses, and we're a very Irish family, in case you didn't know that. So this is what we're going to make. I know a lot of people don't have St. Patrick's Day stamps. Matter of fact, Stampin' Up! Doesn't make a whole lot of them. So I decided to use our heart punch. So what I have here is a mat that is 4 by 5 1/4. I'm sorry. That is the seafoam, and I embossed it with the textured painting. Hi, Stephanie. Welcome. Yeah, painted texture embossing folder. The number is 154317. So that's what the background is. Then I need a little bit of peach for his nose. And then I punched out 4 hearts, and I'll show you why when I get ready to make it. I have a couple of scraps from my bin for the stem. I'm using some of the, nope, I changed my mind and decided to go with some rhinestones. I have a piece of black scrap to make his eyes, and a scrap to stamp on. So, the little 4 hearts. Let me get my silicone mat. I'm using a green dauber and the same ink to create a some shadowing. So I'm just going to sponge around the top kind of portions of these, just to give them a little bit of highlight. You notice I'm not doing the point. Here's 1, 2. I just am flicking it on the edge. You hold this straight and bring whatever you want to use, a sponge, a dauber. Yeah, we're all about corned beef, Irish soda bread, the whole green, the whole Irish. My parents were very into that. Okay, so the 4th one, you do not need to sponge at all, but we will need to sponge our little piece of scrap. You might get a little dirty. All right, I think I'm done with the green for now. You grab some punches here. Now, if you don't have these different punches, some of these are retired, we no longer sell them, you probably have some dies that would work. So the size doesn't really matter. This is the heart punch that is currently still available. So I want to make the glasses, because my Costello wears glasses. So how I made them is I come in first with a 1/2 inch punch. I need 3 of them. I want to spread them out a little bit. And then you come in with your 3/4 inch punch. And it's all about proportioning. So if your hearts are bigger or smaller, you may want to adjust this. So you can see where I punched that out, and now I'm punching this. Hi, Cindy. Okay, so let me move this stuff out of the way. Let me make my little glasses first. So if face down on my silicone mat. I'm going to put them very close. This one here, grab some scissors, my snips. This one here is going to have a lot of purposes, so we're going to try to cut it in like about a third. I want to leave this piece for the smile. And then I'm just going to take a tiny piece of this to bridge my glasses and then cut what's left in half. So this little piece here, you can see, where is my pickup tool? Missing in action. Let me move this out of the way. All right, so these two are touching. We're going to put a dab of glue on one and dab of glue on the other. Pick up that little piece and just hold it there for a minute. If you do not have a silicone mat, you can also use a Post-it note sometimes. Then I'm going to put a dab up here. And it doesn't really matter how long your little ears are. I could have sworn I put my pickup tool would work better, but we'll make do with what I have. So I'm going to put an arch over here so it looks like glasses. Push it in just a little bit so that the glasses will actually hold it. Pick up this one. So tweezers come in handy for this. Alright, so while those are drying, let's get our... So the part that I shaded, I'm going to put it face down. Whoops, I got to put this one first. So you can see they barely touch. Have to do a little bit of playing till you like how it looks up here. Once you're satisfied with that, you're going to line them up, something like that. Whoops, did I take the wrong one? Hold on a minute. I need the one that doesn't have, oh, yeah. All right, let's do this again. We want all three that are shaded. Shaded side down. The fourth one is really just to keep it stabilized. Okay, so hold that there for about 15 seconds. I see Tammy has joined us. All right, so this one here is primarily just to give it a little bit more body down here so I can attach the mouth. So I'm going to flip it over so I can make sure it's okay. So I just want a little bit of it right there. Okay, so let's just put a little bit of red glue because it gives us a minute or two to change it. So you want about a ½ an inch or so right here. I'll bring it up so you can see it. That's so I can put my mouth on. Alright, so my glasses are dry. Let's make some little cute cheeks. Might be still enough on here. Oh, we need a little bit more. Where's my pink pad? Now, if you want to make this a little bit more stable, you could put masking tape behind it. Whatever you think you need to make it a little more stable. Let's give him some pink cheeks. My Costello's a little blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy with always the rosiest cheeks. So I want these to go down about something like that. You can bring it up more, whatever you want. So I'm going to put a little bit of my wet glue behind. I'm sure you guys all have very cute grandchildren too. There's no right or wrong. And then I have some little wiggly eyes. So we need a couple of those. I think the boys call them goo-goo eyes or something like that. Well, there's a lot of emergency vehicles going down the street. Oh no. Alright, so we're going to put a little glue dot right behind one of those eyes. Sometimes your glue dot's a little bit bigger. Anybody want to take a wild guess what I made the nose out of? So I encourage you to look at your punches and think what else you could do with them. Oh, thank you, Patsy. Hi, Kathy. Anybody want to take a guess at what the nose is made out of? Before I grab the punch. All right. I used the feet of the penguin. To me, it looks like a perfect nose. I want a little pop-up. Let me see if I got one in my drawer here. Yep. Alright, so we're going to put a little pop-up behind it. It also looks like a foot. It does, but I also think it looks like a nose. I'll be using it again on my next project too for something else. So there's the nose. Let's put the stem. Let's use this thin one. Alright, so while that dries, I will put my card together. Let me do the stamping first. I did have to use a bootleg stamp. I could not find my old Stampin' Up! One. But I'm sure everybody has their own St. Patrick's Day stamp that they like to use. Alright, so then I used the timeless label to punch it out with. I'm centering the greeting. I'm stamping dimensionals behind it. Alright, so here's my card base right here. It is your standard 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, basic white, thick. Again, this is soft seafoam embossed with the textured painted embossing folder. Then we're going to put some wet glue here, a few drops. Oops, I better cut just a little bit of it. Some of you know I intentionally put my stuff on crooked because if I tried to put it straight, it probably wouldn't work. And sometimes it's more appealing to the eye when it's a little bit off-centered. So this is for my sweet Costello for St. Patrick's Day. He's going to absolutely love it. It just makes me smile. I hope it's making you smile. Let's put some blings. Go big or stay home, right? All right, so that's project number 1. Let me get straightened up a little bit. Move some stuff out of the way. I can work on project number 2. Oh, I'm so glad you guys like it. Makes me happy. All right. So Patsy has seen number 2. She has a sweet paper pumpkin young customer that I was just, oh, we've got his little smile. Let's put that on. Oh my goodness. Let's put the smile at an angle. This smile's a little bit thicker than the other one, but that's okay. No two smiles are the same, right? Now, if you have a hard time with the wet glue, you can always put some on your silicone mat. Use a toothpick or a brush, dauber, whatever you like. So there's his smile. Looks like it's got a little something here that it shouldn't be here. There we go. I just love it. All right. Project number 1's done. Hi, Diane. Project number 2, like I said, Patsy has the youngest paper pumpkin customer that we both know. I can't remember if she's either 7 or 8. So when she told me about it, I said I'll send her a surprise. So I sent her a card, and any opportunity I have to make a punch-out card, I certainly do. So I used the same card, but I changed the hair to reflect my granddaughter Reagan. So here's a mermaid. The little girl, I put happy birthday. Reagan, I'm probably just going to put that you're awesome or something like that. I like to send my grandchildren. I try to once a month. So this one, we're going to make a little bit different. The punches I used, again, was the penguin. And a circle punch. And then they label me pretty. So I have punched out the penguin body in the Blushing Bride, I believe it is. The hair is going to be Daffodil Delight. The bangs. And, oh, here's my other parts. Then I have the vellum layer again. And this is a piece of paper from the Horizon paper, which is what this background is, too. And then I'm going to take another piece over here for her body, her fangs. I want it really light, so let's see if I can get it right here. over here. Well, I wanted to use that piece for my envelope, so I guess I'll do it right here. So that's going to be her things. And then we need a little bowl, a little flower. This is an old flower punch, but everybody has a flower punch, I'm sure. Always trying to save paper. I don't know why, because I have plenty for sure. All right, let me do it right here. Okay, so there's her bow. So the thing's going to go this way. And I like to emboss it. So I'm going to use that textured, painted texture. Put them both in, let it run it through. Yes, I do have an electric embossing machine. I've had frozen shoulder, frozen thumb, so it just works for me. When my husband was alive, he did all the cutting and punching because I would have so many issues. So let's take this half, this circle, and we're going to cut it in half. We're going to give her a little bit of a part. So I'm just cutting the wedge out. And then I bring my scissors and I just cut very close to create sort of like bangs. If you have shredding scissors, I think they're called, you could use those too. It'd just be hard to get it at a lower end. So this one I can save. And I do like to sponge around it just to give it a little bit more. So I am using the bumblebee color. It's amazing what a little bit of sponging can do. So this poor little mermaid has wacky hair, as you can see, with the textured. Want some of those to show up. Poor thing. And then I'm going to do the same here, especially on the little bangs. Really, really want to make that pop. All right, so let's turn our penguin into a sweet little girl. So we're going to cut up her arms as far as you want and bring her body in a little closer. Try to get them to match. So there's her body. Okay, so we're ready to assemble her. We're going to take her mermaid body. We're going to attach it right there. So I'm going to hold that there just for a few seconds while it grabs. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad she liked it. All right. So now we can put her on her hair, which I try to have the edge of this go almost to like where her hips would be to enunciate her hips a little bit. So I'm just putting a little bit of wet glue. Holding that down for a minute. And then, of course, her top is the feet again. The penguin feet. So we need a few pop-ups under her hair. There's my little ones right there. I love to make little people. We're going to put it up there. We're going to put a little flower that matches. We got to match, you know. That matches her things. Yeah, we're going to give her a little bit of bling. The iridescent rhinestones. Yeah. Now we can assemble our card. This one I'm using Old Olive. I have to try to make a little boy too. All right, let's put the top on. So yeah, it looks like feet to me. It looks like a nose to me. It looks like it could be a clamshell. I have a wild imagination, I guess. Let me grab a pen to make her face. Let's give her some cheeks. You can use a blend or a marker. All right, so let's get the card together. And like I said, this one's for Reagan, so it will be You're Amazing. Well, funny, because she is funny. So I used the vellum cardstock, and I used the color and contour dies. They're my all-time favorite. For now, I'm sure, when the new catalog comes out, there'll probably be a new favorite. Get all these little pieces out. So let's put some, we could actually, let me see what that looks like just for the fun of it. This way, maybe. See which side I want up there. No, I think I like this side. To me, this looks like under the water. But, I guess I will. I'll go this way because I didn't realize when I cut it, it matches. So, alright, so I'm going to put my Tombow on the back of this and then set it on my vellum. I just love to work with vellum too. It just softens everything to me. So we should have a little bit of a border of the Old Olive cardstock. Now we're going to put our beauty on. You could pop her up if you want, but there's quite a few layers. Oh shoot, I did it anyways. I'm going to have to fix that. Let me put some pop-ups under that maybe. I did it the wrong way after I said I didn't want to. How many times have you guys done that? Yeah, that shows a little bit better. Curl her things a little bit. So there's mermaid number 2. If somebody shares this, I will send you the parts. It won't be assembled. You'll have to assemble it yourself based on the video. So let me bring back in Kazi's shamrock. You can see both of them. So next week we're back to the first of the month already. Can you believe it? I can't believe that we're already there. So next week is all about SIP cards, which is Simply stamps, ink, and paper. I will have 2 or 3 versions for you, depending on what I come up with. So there you go. I promise I will have this stuff up as well as last week's by the weekend. This is the 4th week of the month is just absolutely crazy for me. So when I do my next quarter of planning, I need to change things around a little bit. And I'm so glad that you like this. So again, this is the heart punch circle punches. The foot from the penguin punch. Her hair is the Label Me Pretty punch, another circle punch. You can use any size that you might have. A flower, the body's a penguin, the little things from the penguin, her little brows from the penguin, the feet. So if you have any questions or anything, please let me know, and I will answer them. So until then, oops, let me bring this down. I'm just looking at my other devices. So much to keep track of. You can't see the pink mermaid. Oh, I'm so glad everybody liked it. Don't forget to hit share. And you guys all have a good evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next week. You take care, stay safe, and be kind. Bye-bye now.